So this is my Mazda MX-5 NC, specifically the NC2 from 2009, but today we're going to be doing a full review of this car in its full, showing off all the features and everything that it comes with. So let's get into it. So starting off with the bonnet. Inside here, for mine, I have a 1.8 litre inline-4 engine. The only modification that I've done to in here is I have a intake system with an intake cone attached to it. So I will move the camera inside, and as you can see, I have my engine there, which is the inline-4 1.8 litre engine. Now that is my intake, and everything else is stock. Now moving on to the back here, you can't actually undo the boot from the back here. So what you've got to do is do it underneath, or use your keys. Either press a button underneath the steering wheel or use your keys, and that is how you lift it up. Now I have a duffel bag with ice skates in here, because I do ice skating in my spare time. But inside of here, it's a decently big boot. It's not great size, but if you're only traveling lightly, or if you've got one suitcase, then you should be alright. It's a two-seater car, so you shouldn't really be carrying more than one suitcase. Now moving down here, we have a aftermarket rear diffuser with fins on it. Now this is bolted over the top of the stock one. The stock one is like this, just without the fins. And it's also got a modified exhaust by Million, which sounds like this. Now moving on to the inside of the car, it's just the standard layout, you know, not too different to the normal cars. So now more controls. Here is how you adjust your mirrors. So if you click L for the left, it only works with the engine running, which I do not, but you move that to move the mirror sort of away, and you know how to adjust a mirror, same for the right. And afterwards we have my shifter. Now this is probably the most modified thing on the car currently, and that is the Sparco gear shifter, as well as a short shifter on the inside, so it shifts gears a lot quicker. But the stock one looks a bit like this. Now for you guys watching at home, this will be different on yours, or if you are planning to get one. Not many have that little button there, the TM button. Basically, the TM button is something that the previous owner has installed on this car, which is, I think it stands for Taxi Master, which for some reason calls a taxi to your location, I think. Now you may have noticed when we moved on to the actual door, that you noticed that we didn't have any window controls, and for some reason the Mazda MX-5 decided to put the window controls in the center console. I'm not entirely sure why, but they did, and that's okay, I guess. Now this is by far the weirdest thing on this car. To actually open up your petrol cap, I didn't know that was in there. I don't know how long that's been in there. I'm kind of scared. Anyway, to open up the petrol cap, you need to pull this. You need to pull it out, and that opens up the petrol cap. I think I've just opened mine by accident. I'll need to go close that. But yeah, that is how you open up your petrol cap. Moving on to the head unit here, as you can see, we've got the volume dials, we've got the tune dials, which are also on the steering wheel. You can also mode, which changes between these, and you can also mute, which, mutes it. Just as standard here, the MX-5 does in fact have a cigarette lighter port and also an aux port. I know a lot of the older MX-5s don't. I'm not quite sure if this is new for the NC or whether it's new for the 2009 version of the NC. I don't have any earlier ones, so I wouldn't be sure. So you may have noticed there is vents here and here. That is actually where the air redirects itself from these, as well as coming out of these as well, so it splits off, so it's completely more efficient when the roof is down. I've actually tested this, and the car itself actually feels quite warm even with the roof down, and I've had the roof down in literally 2 degrees weather, so take it from me. So with that all being said, that is the end of this video. If you enjoyed this review and want more reviews, please let me know down below what car I should review next. And if this video gets 1,000 likes, I will personally hire a Lamborghini Aventador SVG, the V12 Beast, the SVG. I will personally hire one and do a review on it. If you want to see that, you know, please subscribe and like this video. It really helps my channel, and I'm planning to do more videos like this and more car related videos for you guys, you know, for your enjoyment. But anyway guys, I'm gonna stop blabbing. I'll see you guys in the next video next week.